I want to give a big shout out to HireUA.
He really does want the best for you and for your company.
It's so easy. I can pay it through a credit card.
I'm really outstanding actually at the quality of the candidate.
The best candidates I've ever interviewed.
I've had a really good experience, so I'm happy to talk about that.
Yeah, this is the greatest decision I've ever made.
Highly recommend working with them.
HireUA.com and you'll get some great candidates.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Kyle. I'm the founder at HireUA, and today I've got one of our clients and friend, Dakota Robertson. He has just hired a virtual assistant with us about 3 weeks to a month ago, so we're going to talk about the experience that he had with our company and kind of go through what his virtual assistant has been doing for him. So welcome on, man. Thank you.
Yeah, this is happy to come on. I've had a really good experience, so I'm happy to talk about that.
Appreciate it. Can you just briefly kind of talk a little bit about your agency and exactly what you do?
Yeah, so I used to be a ghostwriter. I run a ghostwriting agency. Now I've switched to the done with you model where I'm showing people how to ghostwrite. Okay. I'm also more of a consultant role now, so like a brand consultant, giving my guidance to people that are looking to grow their personal brand. Okay. So mainly I do social media marketing, and that takes the form of different roles, but mainly a consultant.
Yeah, and what are you using your virtual assistant for exactly?
Yeah, so, man, I've been through a few virtual assistants, but I've been using Kate for mainly just the delegating of repurposing my content, because I create content on social media, so I post on Twitter, so I've been getting her to repurpose that into carousels on Instagram, carousels on LinkedIn, regular posts on LinkedIn. I've also been getting her to engage for me under my account, under LinkedIn posts, and leave comments. Now I have her, we're teaching her how to kind of run my community as a community manager for my cohort. So we're just training her to do that now. Yeah, it's been great because I've had VAs in the past. Sure, they're a lot cheaper. So like Philippines and India, but man, you really have to handhold them with stuff and walk them through how to do stuff. And a lot of the time, you have to do it multiple times, and it's so frustrating because that causes mistakes in your business, makes you look bad, and it just costs more time, more money, ultimately, opposed to with Kate, who I hired with HireUA. Man, I show her stuff once, and she's just on the ball, and she can think for herself. You don't have to handhold her. She can make decisions. She has good context on the situation, and it's been so much less time consuming, way less of a frustration working with your guys' agency.
So can you talk a little bit about just kind of the process? I know obviously you're one of the client ascension coaches. You messaged me there. Can you just talk a little bit about the time frame, kind of the steps that were taken, and how long it really was from engaging, like saying I want to move forward with this, to making the hire and having her have her first day?
Yeah, so I hit you guys up, and right away you guys were very responsive, very quick, very communicative. So I think I was having my first interviews within a week, definitely under a week. And I had probably like 5, maybe even more booked interviews. But it was on, I think, the 3rd interview where I was like, "Oh, this is it."
Yeah, you just knew.
You could just tell. Yeah, she's really dialed in. I took another interview or 2 after that, but after I was like, "Nah, let's get
pretty
her
obvious."
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I always tell people too, like that gut feeling, right? You just know sometimes, and if it's the right person, you just know. So you said she's basically been able to handle your community. She's been repurposing content. Do you have any estimate, like maybe how much time she's saving you on a weekly basis just from being engaged?
Oh man, I haven't even utilized it to the full potential yet, but probably 10 to 20 hours a week right now, and it'll just scale up more and more as I got to create better systems. But she's been a huge help. It's just like, also the focus aspect of it. So knowing that all the stuff is handled, like I don't have to log on and check my messages and stuff, just knowing it's handled, it allows me to get into flow state and focus on priority tasks. So not only is it saving me time and energy and focus, but it's also resulting in more income because I can focus on the stuff that actually matters. Yeah. So there's also that factored into it. I've also been having her go through my messages on Telegram and email. She just tells me what's priority, and just forward that to me at 12 p.m. So
that's even like getting into like executive assistant level stuff, which is really good. So yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Well, cool, man. Thank you so much for taking the time today. Do you have any just final things? Would you recommend using our services?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. This has been I've had so much shit going on in my head at all times, and like people contacting me at different directions. I got so many messages, so this has been a godsend for me and my partner at my agency. So I really appreciate the quality you've sourced and how on the ball you guys are with communicating, which is huge.
Yeah, my team's great.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they really are.
They are.
It's a really well-oiled machine. Olive-oiled machine.
No, you can talk about that company too. Yeah. No, like I tell people all the time, like, my team is the best example of what you're going to get, right? So they're on the ball, they're on it. I've got just great recruiters, great customer success managers, great executive assistant, and they are just on it. And they are the perfect example when someone comes in and starts a placement, like they're on the ball, and this is what you're going to get if you hire through us.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool, man. Thank you so much for taking the time, Dakota. If you guys want to check out his ghostwriting services in his community, I will drop a link to his Twitter account. Otherwise, go to hire-ua.com and book a call if you're looking to hire for a virtual assistant. Thank you.